guys want to hear about my boyfriend right now? Do you want to hear what's happening with him? Patrick, oh boy, it's story time. Pour the tea. Oh, the tea is thick, chat. The tea is thick. Okay. So, chat, if you remember, me and Fletch from Wisconsin have been going out for like 8 months now, okay? And the relationship's been pretty damn good, but we only kind of, like, they're all the way in Wisconsin, I'm all the way here in Vancouver. So the only times that me and them, like, meet up is at cons, okay? So I did them a little bit of surprise. After AC, I came back home, and then I actually, 2 weeks later, I flew out secretly to their house and surprised them for a birthday party. They had no idea I was coming. I came out there, gave them a big surprise, and stayed with them for a week, and it was pretty good. I got to like be with them and all that kind of stuff. And then I went home. And then once I got home, I was just like, hey buddy, when can you get your passport to come see me? And they're like, I'm trying. And a month goes by, and 2 months goes by. And as time is going on and on and on, they're texting me less, and they're communicating with me less, and we stopped doing stuff. Like we used to talk, we used to phone call like every single day, and then like I don't hear from him for like a month. Like I don't hear his voice or anything like that. 3 months goes by, 4 months goes by, and like whatchamacallit, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm planning MFF. MFF is coming up in like a couple months, and like I don't know how I feel about like all this like low communication stuff with that. And then I text him, and it's just like, hey, do you want to watch this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen? Do you want to watch like this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen with me? And he's just like, yeah, that sounds great. Can we talk? And I'm just like, I know where this is going. Sure, let's talk, buddy. Sure, let's talk. And so he pulls up the phone, and we start chit-chatting. We just talked about random dumb stuff with his dog. His dog actually got hurt really, really badly. His dog got attacked by another dog. They had to take him to the hospital and everything like that. Poor pupper. It's a cute little husky that he's got, and like this big older German Shepherd just took a chunk, like literally took a chunk out of his side. Really hurt pupper, like the kind of injury where the dog has to like not walk around for like several weeks and wear a comb, all the stitches, like poor pupper, right? So like his life was being taken up by that for a little bit. So like understandable that we haven't really talked. So we talked about that for a long period of time. And then I go, and then I'm just like, hey, I'm out here in the kitchen cooking where there's people around. Do you want me to go to my bedroom so like we can talk? And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, all right, here we go, let's go, right? And he's just like, hey, so you're great, and I don't know how to do this, because like every single time I've broken up with somebody, it's because something is wrong. Like it's because they're like being abusive to me, or they're being mean, or there's something tangible that I'm just like, I don't want to be with you anymore, and I have to get away from you. My life will be better without you, kind of thing. Right? And I'm like, He's like, but I don't know how to say this. I'm like, go ahead, say what you need to say. I bet we feel the same way. He's just like, I don't think this is working or anything. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. And he's just like, wait, what? What do you mean you agree? I'm just like, right now, you're over here in Wisconsin, and I'm over here in Vancouver, right? And when we meet and we're together, there's a spark, there's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun together and everything like that. But that's just a spark. In order for a relationship to work, you need to be able to feed that spark with the quality time and activities and like being together, stuff like that. You need to be able to build a fire around that spark. Otherwise, the wind just blows it out. And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. I've been kind of feeling it, the same thing, that at the very, very start for like those first 4 months, we were calling every day, we were talking every day. Everything was exciting and fluffy and all that kind of stuff. But as time's gone on, because we're so distant, the ember is just cooling off. And he's just like, fuck. And I'm like, yeah. So me and Fletch are no longer together. But it ended off really nicely, honestly. They are still really good friends with me. I'm still really good friends with them. It was just the distance that put the damper on. And this is why I told myself at the start, before I ever met him that I would not want to do a long distance relationship, right? Because I'm the kind of person I am is like a deep and emotional lover. So me and him break up on like really, really good terms. And like I was saying, it was the distance. I promised myself when I was looking for a relationship that I shouldn't look for relationships that are too far away, because like I'm the kind of person that like wants to hold you, wants to take you out on adventures and dates and do stuff with you. And them being so far away made it very hard for me to do that consistently. And Shadow, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate it. So we broke up. But that's not the end of the story. That is not the end. Because fuckery happened at MFF. Okay? So we've been dating for like 4 months. And he made me a handmade sculpture gift. Like it's like a giant wall plaque that I wanted to put right there behind me because it's amazing, okay? And he's had it for like 4 months. So he's just like, Jik, I know we're broken up, but I still want to give you this gift I made for you. I'll bring it to MFF. And I'm like, ah, that's so sweet. Okay, I'll come get it at MFF. He's like, bet, okay? So we get to MFF, and the first day I'm there, I'm like, hey, Fletch, type. What room are you in? And he's like, I'm in this room. I'm like, okay, I'm coming, okay? I go there, I get to the room, I knock on the door, I'm like, hi! And Fletcher appears at the door, half in fursuit. And he's just like, oh, hi. I'm a little busy right now, can you come back later? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, I'll come back later, stuff like that. So that's day one. I walked away and I went ahead and did the rest of my stuff at MFF. Day 2 rolls around. I'm like, hey, when can we meet? No response. Doesn't look at his phone. I go to his door, knock on his door. He's not there. It's like, okay, well, I guess he'll get back to me when he's not busy. Saturday rolls around. I meet him at a party that is literally next door to his room. We're at the party. I'm like, hey, so when can I get the thing? And he's just like, I'm busy. We'll get it some other time. I'm like, okay, this seems like a really low priority for you. Okay, it's literally right there. I could just go grab it, or you could just let somebody to let me in the room and I could grab it and I could be out your hair. It seems like you really don't want to spend any time with me at this event. Okay, cool. So then he goes off and Sunday rolls around. I don't see him all Sunday, and he's not even looked at any of my texts since Friday, okay? Sunday night at 3 a.m. in the morning, not him, but his roommate, Jasper, sends me a text message, hey, Jik, Fletch is gone. He gave me your art piece, and I'm gone, so I gave it to this guy, Jin, and he's gonna give it to you. Jin messages me at 4 a.m. in the morning, on the Sunday night, being just like, hey, I don't know who you are, but I have this. Come get it. I wake up at 6 a.m. Monday morning, which is like the same night, get my stuff together. I get on a bus to fly home. I pull out my phone at the airport to see that I get all these text messages from them. So my art piece is now in some random guy's room at MFF, just randomly, totally ghosted me. Yeah, just random guy's room. I'm like, great. Hey, dude, you have my thing. How am I gonna get it from you? I'm in Canada now. And he's just like, do you want me to mail it to you? And I'm like, that would be great. Here's my address. The thing is, this random guy, I don't think he understood I was from Canada, okay? So instead of just putting it in the normal mail, he had to figure out like to FedEx it or to UPS it or something like that, right? So he took it after MFF, went to a random house party post MFF, and left it in the house party post MFF, just in somebody's random house. So I sent him a text message like 2 weeks later being just like, hey, I haven't heard from you, nor haven't got a tracking number for this. Where is it? And he's just like, oh yeah, I don't have it. I left it in a random house over there. I'll go get it next week. I'm like, thanks, bro. That's weird. okay. So then a week goes by. I don't hear from him. 2 weeks goes by. I don't hear from him. I hear from Divvy, another just random guy, saying, hey, Jik, by the way, Jin dropped off this piece of artwork at my house because he went to another house party and picked it up on his way and left it at another house party, which was Divvy's house. I have this of yours. When are you going to come get it? And I'm just like, Divvy, I'm not from the United States. I have no reason to go to Wisconsin because I'm from Canada. Can you just ship it to me? I will pay for the goddamn postage. And he's just like, oh, well, I don't have it. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have it? What do you mean you do not have it? He's like, oh, there was a guy at the party that said he knew you, and I gave it to him. Bruh. So I'm like, who is this fuck? And he's like, oh, I thought you knew him. This is his Telegram. I'm like, okay, cool. I messaged the guy who knows me, right? And I'm just like, hey, I hear you have my thing. And he's just like, yeah, I have your thing. I'm like, cool. Can I have it? He's just like, well, when are you coming to get it? And I think they were anticipating me having to come to Wisconsin to like spend the day with them, which I would not mind doing, but I'm not going to travel halfway across the world to hang out with somebody because I'm picking up some art, right? Just mail it to me, okay? I love you guys and I want to spend time with you guys, but like it would cost me like $2,000 to fly out there, or you could just mail it to me, okay? So I'm just like, hey bro, can you mail it to me? And he's just like, oh, that sounds kind of hard. I'm like, I will pay for it. He's like, that kind of sounds kind of expensive. Once again, I will pay for it. He's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to do my research on who will ship to you. I'm like, FedEx or UPS? He's like, okay, I'll go look up the prices for those. I'm like, that sounds great. He has not looked up the prices yet. He has not sent me the prices. We are still trying to get this art to me. It has been literally since MFF. It has been a month that I've been trying to get this piece of art to my goddamn house. And these bitches won't send it to me. Maybe they just really like your art, so they're keeping it. It is a really good piece of art. It is a full wall headshot of Dragon Jik. So from what I read or heard, it's exchange hands at least, what, 6 people? Yeah, basically that. Basically. Why do you constantly end up in sitcom situations? I don't know, but it happens to me all the time, Jacob. I'm not even joking. My life is like a sitcom. I swear to God. I swear. Ugh.